If you don't have your wallet, there's no problem. Just scan your palm to pay.
Amazon One is a payment system that has been tested at several stores around the Bay Area, and now it may be coming to a grocery store near you.
Ground Force Justin Campbell has more on how it works and the privacy concerns.
Just shout out your palm real quick. We may scan it.
I hope you don't use that.
The idea of using your palm to pay doesn't feel right for this Whole Foods customer, but others like the idea.
I don't know who else can get into my palm, really, but I'm not really against it.
The technology coming to the Bay Area Whole Foods stores over the next few weeks works like this. Amazon says no two palms are alike. They use vision technology. You hold your hand above the device, which scans and takes less than a minute to create a palm signature. Your palm is connected to your credit card online, so whenever you want to pay, all you have to do is hover your palm.
Too intense. It's a little crazy.
This customer is worried about privacy.
I think using your DNA and stuff is just too much to give out.
There's a lot of different variables that need to be considered.
Ralph Aceves with Hacker Strike says in general the technology is safe, but he does have concerns.
The data that is being downloaded from the cloud to be able to know who you are based on your palm stored in the device.
Amazon says palm images are not stored on the device. The images are encrypted and sent to the cloud. Aceves' other concern is phishing.
For example, at a grocery store, there's no one around, and someone could potentially replace that scanning device with a fake scanning device, just like they do today with credit card readers, right?
Aceves says he believes the technology is the future because it's convenient for consumers.
Now my palm? Jeez, come on.
Reporting in San Jose, Justin Campbell, Cron.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And to all the brothers out there pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity, to you I say shalom. Now, as you saw in that video, that Amazon One device that they've been it's been announced a while back, but now they're actually starting to roll out with it in the stores. You know, and I know brothers have seen that video of that biometric scanner in China. You know, these things is speeding up, man. The MOTB is clearly on the horizon, man. We're in those days, man. We're in those times. We're in the end times. There's been no point throughout history that has been more evident than now. I mean, just that video alone. I mean, with this all this new technology coming out, you can scan your palm print. They're trying to program everybody, get people used to, you know, using your hand to pay. I remember before when the debit cards started coming out with a chip, you know, you had to leave it in there. I mean, you stick it into the thing when you pay, stick it in there and wait a couple seconds and for it to register or whatever. Right? But now they have this thing where it's even more convenient. All you can do, instead of, you know, if the little barcode, little bar thing at the back of your card don't read, what you can do is just tap your card onto the I don't know what to say. That shit where you pay at, right? The card reader. Now all you can do is just scan your card, tap your card on there, just place it on top of it, and it'll read your card. That's how easy it is now. That's how convenient they made it for people. Right? It started off with a card. First it was cash. You know, people lost their cash, would drop it. You know, now they're like, you know what? Let's change it up. Let's go to a card. Made it more convenient. You don't gotta carry wads of money. If you gotta buy something that costs $1,000, you don't gotta carry all kinds of cash on you to pay for it. Right? Now they got the the chip. You know, some very what was it called? What do they say it is? Some like identity verifier or some shit. You know, they got the chip on the card. Now what they're trying to do is use your palm print to make sure it really is you, that you're paying for it, right? And eventually they're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, people are just taking these images of the palm print and using it, you know, to steal people's money so they can pay for their shit. But eventually it's gonna come to the point where, like I said, they're gonna use that and they're gonna be like, well, what's even more better is if, you know, we use this chip, this RFID reader or a chip, whatever, and then get this RFID reader, you know, to read it. The same thing that is on the card, on your debit card. But they're gonna try to implement that into your hand, inside your skin, so that it don't go out, so that nobody can rob you, nobody can steal from you, right? They're gonna have to chop off your hand in order for them to uh, uh, take money from you, right? So they're trying to make things more convenient for people to want to get into this. But us brothers in this truth, man, we know what's up. We know what's going down. You know, the devil, he's got a plan, and he's trying to fulfill that plan, which he's executing it pretty well. But we know through the scriptures that it's all gonna come to nothing. All his efforts is gonna be uh, um, shut down, right? Let me get this precept right here. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? We're not ignorant of what he's got planned, right? We know that through them using this Amazon One, that they're going to start programming the minds of people to get accustomed to paying with their hand, right? Trying to make it sound like it's more convenient for you. Oh, well, if you leave your wallet at home, if you leave a card at home, you know, you can just pay with your hand. You know, they already made it convenient for you by being able to pay with your phone. You know, but some phones, they don't got that NFC thing, NFC chip in it. So they're like, let's implement it in the hand. Starting off with this, starting off with the biometric scanner, paying off with your palm print. Like I said, there's gonna be some problems that might arise off of that, and eventually, it's all inevitably gonna lead down to the MOTB. All these paths that Esau's been doing is all leading toward that one thing, the MOTB. That's their goal, man. That's their plan. The elite of Esau, they know that their time is up, man. They know that time is up. They don't give a shit about you regular peons out there. They definitely don't give a shit about Jake. They want to do away with Jake. They want you to continue being a nigga, being a spick, being a wetback, you know, being an Uncle Tomahawk. They want you to continue being, you know, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Brazilian. They want you to continue living in this man's system. without waking up. You know, like Neo in the Matrix when he woke up to the truth. Well, them agents were on him once he started to figure out the truth. It's exactly the same way Esau is. You know, he doesn't want the elect to wake up. Cause this truth is really just for the elect. But Esau does not want the elect to wake up because Esau knows once the elect wake up and are sealed, this shit their their little circus is through, man. It's done. It's over with. They know this. So for them to say that they're trying to work on, new shit to innovate and it's better for mankind and it's gonna be a lot easier and all this other nonsense that they always spew out. They always use that shit. Like it's better for us, it's more convenient, it's this and that. All these technocrats, like they use these how you say it? They use that angle to try to, lure in people, trying to make you trust them. But people are already so deep into the system, especially 2/3. They're so deep into the system that it's impossible to pull them out, right? I'm gonna use the Matrix again as an example. Whenever Neo and Morpheus they were walking down the sidewalk, with all those people in the city, and he saw the woman in the red dress, and then he turned around, and then it was actually one of the agents, and he was like, uh, can't remember exactly word for word what was said, but I remember Morpheus telling Neo, if um, to be careful because anybody who is not unplugged is potentially an enemy, right? And in this truth, anybody who does not believe in this truth, who hasn't been woken up to this truth, can potentially be an enemy. And 2/3 are not going to wake up to this truth. And they are our enemy. Even though there are people, but they're going to be the main ones to persecute us. Just like, in the scriptures, man. How they persecuted Yahushua, they persecuted the apostles, right? The disciples. The same thing is going to happen this time to us by our own people. You know? But again, going back to what I was saying, Esau does not do anything. Esau does not care about y'all. Esau does not do anything to try to make your life better, to make you feel more comfortable here in Babylon, to make you feel more, uh, uh, um, how should I say it? Pretty much, Esau does not want to do anything to benefit you. Everything he does to destroy you. Right? Now let me get this. Going to the Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus. Well, I'm on the wrong chapter. Ecclesiasticus 14. And, yeah, I'm just going to start at 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Esau hates himself, man. You see how he does his own people? He has his own people down with us. He enslaved his own people, man. So if you think he's gonna be good to you, how you think that when he hasn't been good to his own people, man? Right? It says he shall not take pleasure in his goods. Man, enough is never enough for Esau, man. The dude, even if he conquered, which is not gonna happen, but even if he conquered the galaxy, he would not be happy. Verse 6, there's none worse than he that envieth himself. Yeah. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. You see, if he does anything good, if anything good, if anything good comes out of Esau, he does it unwillingly. Like a good example would be, the internet, the unicorn. You know, this man opened up the unicorn. You know, it backfired on him because he got exposed a lot. But hey, his purpose for the internet was not what he intent was not is not his purpose for the internet is not what happened. It's not his slack. I don't know how to put it in words, but his purpose for the internet is not what it is right now. What has been happening is not what he intended to happen, and we know this based off. I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the Rockefellers who said, we shouldn't have invented the internet, showing you that they regret opening up the internet because based through the internet, knowledge has been increasing tenfold, 100-fold, just for the internet alone. There's so much knowledge, so much information on the internet that, and a lot of Esau's there's a lot of exposure on Esau, mainly because his own people be exposing him. So all this information coming out on the elite and on their plans, it's all really the Most High exposing Esau, making him bare, man. Then you got the prophets out in the streets, further exposing him, spreading this message out to the world. Because the scriptures, it talks about him, man. It talks about Esau, which is a devil, right? And he knows he is. He knows he is. Just based on the actions alone and based on prophecy, how Esau will be, the last kingdom, the last heathen kingdom. Just based on that, and through process of elimination of the past kingdoms, we know this is the kingdom. America is going to be the last kingdom to rule on earth. The last of the heathen kingdom, because we got next. Jacob got next. Right? And Esau knows that he has a short time, man. Let me get that. Revelation 12, verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Exactly, see? He has a short time, man, and he knows it. He knows it. He sees the prophets. These elite, the top class of Esau, they see the prophets out there in the highways and byways. They see Yahweh's chariots, the Most High's chariots, assembling themselves. They see that they're getting exposed left and right. They see that they're having trouble fulfilling their agenda. So they know it's time, man. They know they're on the way out. Like what's his name? George Carlin says, America is on a downward spiral, man, down the toilet. It's on its way out. And I was just watching a video the other night about all the kingdoms, pretty much all the kingdoms of the ancient kingdoms, really. You know, by Babylon, Rome. I forgot. It went through some other kingdoms as well. But they were talking about how the average lifespan of those so-called great kingdoms, the average year the average lifespan was about 300 to 400 years, right? That's the average lifespan. Now America has been in here almost 400 years, I believe. I'm not really sure how many years. But hey, their time is up. This place is through, man. This place is over. Esau had his fun. Esau did what he wanted to do. He had his time. Now the time's up. And they know it. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna try, but they ain't gonna succeed. But they're gonna try to prolong this time period as much as possible. They're gonna try to fulfill their agenda. They're gonna try to, because they have plans, man. All these movies you see of cybernetics and AI and transcending your body into a artificial body. That's what they want to do, man. They want to gain immortality. These elite, they want immortality, but they ain't gonna get it, man. The elect are the ones that are gonna receive immortality, and it's gonna be given through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Esau's got slavery waiting for him, and he knows it, and he's scared, so he's gonna come down with everything he's got soon enough. Like I said, right now we're in those stages of him trying to program the minds of the people. You know, it's a spiritual battle that we're fighting, and we're seeing it. He's trying to program the minds of the people to think a certain way, so that whenever the time comes when he unleashes his MOTB, he will have the least resistance as possible. And we know that the elect are going to be the ones that's going to be giving Esau hell. That's going to be pretty much fighting against Esau's system. Not even in a physical sense, but, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about physically fighting against Esau. I'm talking about, you know, resisting Esau and his MOTB, right? Not giving in into your flesh and resisting his kingdom, his system, his agenda, right? Because we know that the elect are going to be taken care of by the Most High. So let's get Revelation 13. Because like I say, he's going to try to get everybody to take this, man. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See, in the right hand or in their foreheads. Right now, it's going to start with the hand, right? Hey, you know, go ahead and scan your hand, scan your palm print. Eventually, it's going to be like, oh, okay, scan that chip in your hand so you can pay for this. Eventually, it's going to become mandatory to where, hey, if you don't get it, if you don't get the thing, the MOTB, you ain't going to work. You ain't going to be able to buy nothing. They're going to start hunting down those who haven't taken it. They ain't going to want us part of the society. 'Cause I don't know what Esau is gonna do, but we know those events are gonna take place. These people are gonna be so down with the system that, especially our people, they're gonna be down with the system so much that they're gonna see other people who ain't down with it and think something's off about them. Something's off with them. They have to be arrested. They're gonna have to be executed. You know how they crucify Yahushua when they say crucify him, crucify him. Well, that's exactly the same thing. How our people are gonna be 2/3 of our people is gonna be to the elect. I mean, we saw a little taste of that whenever the whole um, Crown Vicky thing came about. When that thing came about, I mean, we saw how the minds of the people were how the minds of the people were. I mean, that clearly showed you how easy it was for Esau to manipulate these Babylonians. Esau, he knows he believes he's got this in the bag. But we know, like I said, man, we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna be there for the elect. Is gonna deliver us and drop bombs over Esau and 2/3 and these other heathen that are here in America, right? So let me finish this. This off, and I'm gonna go to the next precept. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. 13 and 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Yeah, with that whole um, Elon Musk's Neuralink. You know, they're over there doing the test trials. I think they already did a human trial. Not sure, but they're gonna try to put that thing in your head or in your hand or both. You know, people gonna get both. And people who are disabled or missing limbs, they're gonna take that Neuralink, and they're gonna take the thing in the hand, the Charagma. They're gonna receive both. Even to this day, man, you have people out here running around with Charagmas all over the place, all over in their body. But anyway, let me continue on. Revelation 13 and 17. "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." You see? You ain't gonna be able to buy, you ain't gonna be able to sell. I mean, like I said, we seen what happened the whole last year, telling us how if you don't get the thing, you know, the venom, you ain't going to work, man. You ain't gonna be able to work. The government is pretty much just like, fuck you. Don't know how you're gonna eat, but you're gonna have to get this if you do want to eat. If you want to continue living in society, if you want to continue getting food, you're gonna have to take this. Salakia. Damn screen. But yeah, hey, that's pretty much what they're saying. But in that time, when that time comes, it's gonna be worse. Like I said, they're gonna come to the point where they're gonna make that mandatory. If you don't take it, the punishment is death. Right? But first, like I said, they're going slowly, you know, gradually try to. But as you can see, man, they're doing this at a rapid pace. But it's also gradual, right? Now all y'all scoffers and mockers, man, y'all starting to see that we were right, man. Y'all starting to see that. even though y'all won't admit to it. But y'all know we're right. But anyway, let me finish this off. Revelation 13:8. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? The Chi Psi stigma. And just for a little more information, on the 666, that Chi Psi stigma. Stigma, when you look into that word, it goes into, something that you stick or prick, showing you that the Charagma is not Christianity, is not um whatever the hell these other alternative Israelites and alternative uh understandings, which ain't even understanding, is fucking misunderstanding of the scriptures, but what they call understanding of the scriptures. All these other people that say that is not that the mark of the beast or the Charagma is not the microchip, then they ain't got no understanding, man. They don't got true understanding of the scriptures. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. But anyway, let me go ahead and go on to Revelation 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 8, because going into the destruction, of Babylon, what's gonna happen to America, just based on what the scriptures say, man. What Esau's done. There's vengeance that needs to be paid. That Charagma, like I said, being released. Once it gets released, like fully, we know that this is the end. We know that's gonna be the end right there. Like I said, we already see through this that Amazon one, you know, that they're trying to implement that, man. They're trying to work their way towards that. And soon enough, we will see it, man. I mean, there's videos online. You can search it up on YouTube. Microchip in hand or something like that, and it'll pop up. I mean, the things we're saying is not out of this world, man. Hey, but soon whenever Yahweh Shai returns, man, y'all gonna see that, hey, reality is stranger than fiction. Nobody's gonna believe. I mean, nobody believes us when we say that, a so-called black man is gonna come out the sky with thousands of UFOs and a giant ship and bring back and rescue the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, because we've been suffering for so long. They don't believe that. They think it's crazy. Well, obviously, y'all haven't been reading the scriptures. Obviously, these people, they go to church, but all they hear is a bunch of bullshit. They got no true understanding of the scriptures, man. This place is done. They have no understanding of prophecy. They have no understanding of nothing. Motherfuckers have all kinds of college degrees. When it comes to a simple breakdown of the scriptures, they're lost. Showing you how it says in the scriptures, how the Most High used the weak things to confound the wise. The Most High is using us, whom the world views us as, losers, as bums, as criminals, as being ignorant, being not capable. They view us as this, as niggas, as spics, the lowest on the earth, and yet the Most High has us out here prophesying, bringing out things in the scriptures that they Because right now what we're doing, man, is we're foretelling the future according to the scriptures. Brothers is out here foretelling, man, and we can see the end, man. We can see it, even though we don't know exactly how it's gonna go down. Each brother has, a certain way they view it, but we see it, man. We have the vision, and just through our faith alone, man, we believe that this is gonna come to pass, man. That's the mindset we gotta have, moving forward, in this walk. To believe, to constantly be assured that the Most High's word is true. Constantly, never doubting, man, because a lot of people, or I should say, people in the world, they say they believe. They'll say, "Oh yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, this is and that. Uh, you can't question me on my God and all this and that." But yet, what are they doing, man? Especially those that say they believe in especially these Israelites that say that they're Israelites, but yet they still smoking weed or smoking cigarettes. They're still out there being niggas. They're still out there uh, shaving their beard or doing all kinds of nonsense, but not adhering to the words and the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not out there on the corners prophesying, not making no videos, not pushing his word, not doing shit. Like the scriptures say, man, the servant who knew the master's will, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but the servant that knew the master's will and didn't do it will be beaten with many stripes. So all y'all who know that y'all Israelites, but y'all ain't trying to, push his word, y'all ain't trying to, you know, adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna get dealt with, man. The Most High is gonna deal with you in a harsh fashion. You know, I mean, who knows? Some of them might be part of the elect, and they might get corrected and end up repenting and, you know, getting right at the end. But for the most part, a lot of them, man, they're gonna get nuked. They have nukes waiting for them, or the Most High has some kind of death, you know, waiting for them. But anyway, let me continue on. Well, actually, let me read this. Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she hath made all nations to drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying, with a loud voice. Now, Babylon is talking about America, as these brothers know. But anyway, continuing on, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying, with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. You see, now that beast, is going into pretty much America, but pretty much going into the whole system of Esau's system. Esau's NATO and the EU and all that. So it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So all them who worship the beast, who worship America, and and what it's about and what it stands for, and receives that MOTB, indignation, man. Indignation is waiting for y'all. The Most High's indignation. And this is what it's going to consist of. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Fire and brimstone. What do the nukes drop, man? Fire. Right? It says, with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. Right? Because the angels, they're going to be there, man. The chariots are going to be up there, beaming up the elect. And and the elect, the angels, and Yahweh, they're going to be there watching 2/3 the heathen burn here in America. Right? So it says, and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, you see? The presence of Yahweh too. Because he's going to be the one to lead the charge, man. He's going to be the one to lead the rescue and the rescue of Israel and the destruction of Babylon. Verse 11, it says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. This is our patience, man. This is what we're waiting for. The saints being the Israelites. And really the elect. This is the patience of the elect, man. This is what we're waiting for, man. For America to be destroyed and all those that are sided with her to die. So it says, here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High. You see? To keep the commandments of the Most High. Now we know that we ain't gonna keep these commandments to the fullest, but hey, we do our best. Right? So it says, and the faith of Yahweh Shah. Right, and that's our faith, man. We believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Even though we haven't seen them, we know them to be true. They're real. This ain't no storybook. This is real. This is the truth. So anyway, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And salutation to all the Akimat pushing this word with our truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.